Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? That's right, my friends. It's hump day! Yeah. Ah, that commercial will never get old. But yes, it is hump day. It is day 52 of doing this, which is awesome. I'm so excited. Plus, again, it's hump day. I'm sorry, I just really love that commercial. Can you blame me? It was funny back then and still funny now. And very relevant now, too. So, yeah. Honestly, this week's been pretty okay. It also helps the fact that it was almost 70 out yesterday. It's going to be 70 today, too. I think I'm actually going to break out my white North Face fleece that I've had since, college. Oh, boy. Sorry, just when I first got that fleece, I swear I would spill, everything on it. And, I'm not even trying. See, this is back in college, and I would wear the fleece, inside, just for dinner or whatever, at the cafeteria. Or wherever they had, the sort of foods that came with, juices on the plate that you have to, cut up, very rarely they had, oven roasted prime rib or whatever, but it still came with, juice or whatever. And, guys, I'm sure you at least have had this happen to you before. You cut up the meat, and, the force from, cutting the meat, you get some of the juice, on your clothes. Don't you hate that? Yeah. Stuff like that would happen to me, all the time in college. Funny enough, though, I had, several coats, for preparedness sake when I was in college. One of them actually got stolen, oh, why did that one have to get stolen? Why not get the one that I always spill things on? Now they have to suffer. Oh, well. That's life, I guess. So, yeah. There's that, and there's... Well, I can't believe we're already... Well, technically, we're almost three-quarters of the way through February. Which means flannel February is almost over. And who am I kidding? I'm still going to wear flannel plenty of days in March and April before it starts getting warm consistently. I mean, yeah, I told you guys I'd wear that fleece today, but it ain't going to last forever. At least not at this time of year. I figure we got about 2, maybe 3 cold spells before it gets warm consistently. In fact, one of them will most likely be during spring, after March 31st, or March 21st, I should say. Actually, it will be a little cold after March 31st as well, but spring officially starts on March 21st, and I guarantee at some point it will be very cold then as well. It always is. And I'm not trying to sound negative, that's just our luck right now. That's just how it is. So, in the end, we still have to get along through it. But you know what? Again, as long as for every day before hump day we get through, we're that much closer to halfway through the week anyway. And that's how I always see it. Every second that goes by is just one more second of being done with whatever you gotta do. Glass half full, everybody. Yep. I'm really glad that... Honestly, I'm glad, of some of the responses you guys have been giving me. That's great. I'm glad I can make you guys' day in any way, shape, or form. And, yeah. I do. Who am I kidding? I love making these videos. I'm never going to get tired of that. And I hope you guys never get tired of watching. But wow. I just realized it's not quite 7 o'clock and you could already mistake it for daylight out. Wait, hold on. Daylight savings time hasn't happened yet. We still have to go through that. Which means it will be dark all over again for another month or so. which gets boring. I mean, it'll go from being sunrise at like 5:30 in the morning to like sunrise at 7:30 or whatever, and then back to 5:30 in the morning. And it's just going to be monotonous all the way through, and I do like it. I mean, when I run in the morning sometimes, I really do like it when it's like clear as day out, and because it's like 6:30 in the morning or whatever, no one's out and about yet. So, solitude. Which is nice. On occasion. You don't want to be alone too often, because that can be weird. And kind of sad. Well, let's see. That's winding down. Let's see. February's winding down. The Winter Olympics are winding down. I honestly haven't been paying that much attention to them, other than people like Shaun White and Red Gerard. You know, because they're the only people I've heard about or know. Excuse me. I mean, actually, you know, in a few days, The Voice is coming back on. I mean, I only really watched The Voice for like those opening tryouts, just because like those are the most entertaining parts of the show. I don't really pay attention to what happens afterwards, but I actually do like the judges. I mean, I like Blake. I like Adam. I love Alicia Keys. Flipping no one. That song got me through the very end of high school. I love that song. I sometimes listen to that song for a quick cheer up or pick me up. And then there's Kelly. Oh boy. You know, I really do have to share this because, of course, this is the sort of thing I would do if you know me. You know, when you're a little boy growing up, of course you're going to think that boys are better than girls and so on and so forth. You know, girls are icky, yada, yada, yada. Obviously, before you start liking girls, but, you know, it's just how it is. And when the first American Idol happened, I remember I was infuriated when Kelly Clarkson won, beat out Justin, I think his name was. I was angry. And for the longest time, I never let that go. But as I got older and, again, started liking girls, I'm like, Kelly Clarkson's actually pretty. And, of course, when I'm old enough to technically be able to ask her out, she gets married. Oh. That would happen, you know? That's just the sort of thing that would happen to a guy like me. I mean, yeah, of course, I'd have no chance, but you know what? I'd still go for it. This is just like before I went for Trinity Pawling all over again. I know I told you this story, but I know I said this story, but it's still funny to me, and I know apparently I get a laugh out of somebody I tell it to. Which is, before I left for Trinity Pawling, which, as you guys know, is an all-boys school, I had a drama class with legendary Horseheads drama teacher, Mary Frances Baker. Yeah, in fact, it was actually her third to last year before she would retire. So, 2 years after I was done, she retired, basically. And I walk into that class, and I always like to sit near the front or whatever, so I didn't see everyone walking in behind me. It turned out I was the only guy in that room. Which you're probably thinking some people are thinking, Cutler was being a player, right on. No, it's not. It's not even remotely what happened. Like, I felt like I was stiff as a board for like the first 2 weeks. Because I didn't want to risk saying or doing anything that was going to get everybody mad at me. Like, I couldn't risk that. You kidding me? It also didn't help the fact, like, every single girl in there was already in a relationship anyway. So, yeah, that stunk as well. It's just the sort of thing that happens to a stupid guy like me, but you know what? Even back then, I always remained humble and hopeful. just like right now. I'm humbled to be making the videos that you guys love to watch. I'm hopeful that today goes well for all of us. That's right, we're all on the same team, so you know I'm going to include all of us and hoping that we have a great day. And if you guys ever want to talk, if you guys ever want to chat with me, I'm always here on Facebook. You can message me. I'm always here to lend an ear, and I will always have your back. Take care.